Corey Ealons is on the line. He's former communications advisor to President Obama, member of VOX Global policy team, progressive strategist and commentator live in Charlotte at the Democratic National Convention. Corey, welcome to the program.
Hey, Tom. Good to be with you. Good afternoon.
Thanks for joining us. Is there a website for you?
There is. You can reach me at cealons@voxglobal.com, and you can reach us at www.voxglobal.com.
Okay, voxglobal.com. Great.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. So tell me what's going on, what you're doing, what you're seeing.
Well, I'm here at the convention, very excited about the story that's going to be told this week. As you know, we're in the business this week of correcting the record compared to what was told last week, but also getting our supporters fired up about the fight ahead. We got just a little over 60 days left in this campaign, and now is the time to really strike the contrast between what an Obama presidency would look like for another 4 years versus what a Romney presidency would look like. One would take us forward, that would be President Obama, and Mr. Romney, unfortunately, would take us way back to times that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah, it is so true. It's back to the when Ronald Reagan cut that audio tape during the Lyndon Johnson presidency,
right,
saying that Medicare was opening the door to socialism, to Soviet-style socialism.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely, that's right.
So let's turn it into voucher care. Anything specific going on yet, Corey?
Well, as you know, tonight we're going to have the First Lady speaking, which is always well received. The conversation here in town this week has been about where she was 4 years ago this time, when her numbers were not very good. People didn't know her very well, and quite frankly, the right had done a good job of vilifying her and painting her as a villain who we should be concerned about.
Oh, Fox News and Drudge constantly were using images of her that characterized her as an angry black woman.
Exactly. And 4 years later, she's here. She's one of the most beloved figures in the country. Her approval ratings are through the roof. And she really will have a chance to tell the story of this president and the person that he has been through over the past 4 years, the challenges, trials, and triumphs that they've had as a family and we as a country because of the virtues of this presidency. And let me also say that, really a big part of this week is, as I said before, contrasting what we saw last week at the Republican convention. It is startling to me as we consider the issues of message and the importance of message. It's startling to me that Republicans and conservatives were dogged in how they approached real critical issues. You talked about Medicaid before and Medicare and how the right has continuously vilified that. Well, they continued to do that last week, and ultimately we know what the result of that will be if they come into power. President Obama will stand to protect it. They will work to fight it and defeat it. You also look at issues associated with the economy. I mean, we have to appreciate we're 750,000 jobs a month. When we came into office in January 2009, we just lost 3 million jobs in the previous quarter under the Bush administration. Since that time, we've gained 3.5 to 4 million jobs have been created by this president during this administration, and that's again compared to the previous administration that created a net 0 jobs over 8 years, not one job created.
Right.
So we are much better off than we were. The question of the week: are you better off? We as a nation are better off. We're moving in the right direction. And if we arrest this president's programs right now, we're simply going to go back in time.
Yeah. Do we really want Bush, the third Bush administration?
Absolutely right.
Or the fourth Reagan administration? I was going to say
the fourth. Exactly right.
The fourth Reagan administration.
Exactly right. Just extraordinary.
Yeah, it really is. 30 years of this experiment called Reaganomics has been an utter and complete disaster for the American people, the American middle class, and it's time to say enough is enough. Corey, any other messages coming out of there you want to share with us?
Well, the primary thing that we want people all over the country to be aware of are these tactics by the opposition towards voter suppression. It's a very serious issue. We've had some victories over the past several weeks with several new voting laws being overturned in Texas and several other states, and that's a good thing. Ultimately, the states, unfortunately, where those laws have been overturned have been states that fall under the Voting Rights Act, that are subject to pre-clearance. So any rules that are made within a certain window of time have to be placed under review. Unfortunately, the courts have said, you know what? You're not going to get away with that this time. Unfortunately, you do have states like Pennsylvania that are not subject to review, and their new laws requiring voter ID still stand. As a result, we have some 750,000 people in the state of Pennsylvania who do not have the proper identification to vote at this time.
Right.
And it's of real concern. So you have systemic efforts to suppress the vote, and then you have the standard efforts that happen every year with misinformation being given out, people being told the wrong polling places, people being given the wrong day on which to vote, all types of activities such as that. We have to be aware, we have to be awake, we have to be vigilant, and ultimately we have to make sure that everybody who is progressive and supports this president and supports the progress of our country, that they get out and vote on Election Day.
Yeah, very well said. Corey Ealons, the website voxglobal.com, is that right?
That's it.
Okay. Corey, thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you, Tom. Good to be with you.
I appreciate it.